Alright, here I'm and that's the way it is. November 17th, break on through. Straight up and down today, as you can see. No rhyme or reason at all as to why sometime I can film sideways and sometime I can't. Oh well. Today it's up and down. But no matter which way I'm on camera, I am still the unimpeachable president for life. You can't impeach me. Don't like what I'm doing? You got to hit the road. All right. Get some people in quick today. That's all right. Come on in the house, y'all. Come on in the house. We're going to talk for a little bit. I was talking to my main Mondo Braswell last night. I said, Mondo, what do you want to hear old JC talk about tomorrow? And he's like, man, I want to hear about the wrestling songs, like how they all came about and all that. So I was like, hey, that's a good one. I'll talk about them. I'm sure I've talked about them here and there along our journey of break on through, which I don't know, a few months here, it'll be almost a year. It will be a year. So yeah. I hope things are going okay in your state. I can tell you right now, the state of North Carolina is getting ready to get shut down again. King Cooper! King Cooper's going to want to flex that muscle from that winning that new election. An election in a state where Trump won, and so did the Democrat governor. It could be the first time in history that's ever happened. Get you something to drink. Get you some good old tea. And now that I got a bunch of you in here, I want to stress. The last two shows I've done, I had a troll on here, you know, trying to get stuff riled up, you know, trying to get me riled up and give him some attention, him or her. I don't know if it's a girl or not, but they want attention. And I will not give them any. Zero. Do y'all? If you see them pop up, I know you guys like to come to my defense and stuff. I appreciate that. I really do. But in this case, I don't need it. You giving them any attention whatsoever is why they are here. All right. By Friday of this week, I will have available on a pre-order. Now, let me explain to you what a pre-order is. I'm not going to get a bunch of stock of any of our merchandise while we're not on the road. There's no sense in it. Yeah. Hey, like that old hoodie I got on there, Zach Hembray. I mean, yeah, it's been sewed on about 15 times. It's got like the heavy thread right here, but yeah, it's one of my favorites. I wear it every day. And pretty soon you're going to get a chance to wear something every day. Now that this nice, beautiful, cold weather's coming in. On Friday, I'm going to have the pre-order, which means you order it. And if you order a small, I'm going to buy a small. I'm going to get you a small. Boing. But, I don't want you coming up and going, oh yeah, I'm going to have it go until December 13th. So from Friday, I'm going to try to have this all arranged so it's up Friday till December 13th. Mainly, I'm hoping mainly that all these are going to be U.S. orders, because I'm gonna have to insist on priority shipping in the United States, and that is $15. I know it's steep, but I want to tell you something. The last group of shirts I did, there was a couple that bought 2 extra larges, and they're here in Charlotte. And as of today, they still haven't got their shirts. Now, I mailed them, but I mailed them first class, and I don't have any tracking. I mean, eventually, they're either going to show back up at my P.O. box, or they'll get them, or they got destroyed or something. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But going to have the hoodie. I'll show you the artwork. I'm going to have it's going to be a zip up. Everyone's crying about, I need a zip up, Hoss. All right, so you're getting a zip up. Going to have this on the left. Oh, it's not going to be this fucking big, but it's going to be slightly different. It'll be boxed in, and the ANTiSEEN logo and the Japanese ANTiSEEN logo will be slightly different. It'll be printed in pearly white. But on the back, I don't have anything here to show you what's going to be on that, but you all know what it is. The Green Monster. If you watch the Halloween show, Barry had one on his kick drum. It's going to be the Green Monster. Green with white logo. Oh, yeah. So, right now, I'm only going to offer sizes small through 3X. And 2X and 3X, of course, will be a little bit more, because it costs a little bit more, and it costs more to ship. Well, it's going to cost the same to ship them. But, so, if only 2 of you buy hoodies, then I only got to buy 2 hoodies. But like that last shirt, if over 100 of you buy them, I got to ship out 100 hoodies. So, I'm ready for it. My brother gets paid quick. Stuff goes out, you get them quick. And with this priority, if you order one and you're in the Carolinas and upstate Georgia, bottom state Virginia, you'll probably get them like the next day. So, you got that to look forward to. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to say before I get started here. And hi everyone that's been coming in and saying hello. You can see old JC ain't got his readers on, so it's kind of hard for me to see. But hey everybody, thanks for showing up today. I hope everybody's doing all right. Let's see here. The wrestling songs. Well, man, I will give credit where credit is due. I'm not sure it even entered my mind until I met the Whiskey Rebel, Phil Irwin. And I saw records that Rancid Vat did, like Rule Breakers Rule. Yeah, because our first wrestling song didn't show up until 1993 on the Eat More Possum album. You know who that was about, don't you? Mr. Cactus Jack. Jaque apostrophe. Yeah, meeting Phil, and they also, I don't know if it was before we did Cactus Jack, but also them doing the exotic Adrian Street songs. Like, I think they did Breaking Bones. That's where all that got started. And so I guess, well, it didn't come out till '93, but we wrote it probably at the end of '91 or into '92, and I wrote Cactus Jack. And some people, I think they write wrestler songs thinking, oh well, it'd be great if they use these for their ring entrance. And I'm no different. I'll probably say that'd be great. But listen to that song. He'd have to run to the fucking ring. Yeah. They have their own people that make their ring entrance. I don't think they have a whole lot to say about it. But I'll never forget it. Man, I had one of our old chainsaw, the chainsaw shirt with me with the chainsaw and the Leatherface mask on. It was a green ANTiSEEN logo with the rip around the top of it. I gave him a shirt of that, which I don't know, I probably gave him an XL. And I gave him a CD of Eat More Possum. And I wrote a little note. We gave it to Grizzly Smith, who was working, and this was at the Memorial Stadium over off of Central. It was between Central Avenue and Independence Boulevard. It's the site. Well, it's not there anymore. They tore the fucker down. It's now a parking deck for Central Piedmont Community College. But lots of legendary things went on at that. As far as the world of wrestling and rock and roll went on in that facility. Joe Young, I remember him telling me he was at the show where it was like Poco. God, it must have been, it was another kind of soft rock band. Hell, it might have been the Eagles. And this would have been like 75. And Ted Nugent headlined, and they're talking about, oh, it was so loud you could hear it from, 20 miles away, all this stuff. And I remember not being able to go and being outside my yard going, I think I hear it. I don't know. He's doing Wayne Dang Sweet Poon Tang? I can't tell. Anyway. But, anyway, we gave, when I say we, this was probably me, and I have a feeling Mad Brother Ward was with me at the time. It was me. It was always me and Russ going to the wrestling shows together, and I think Barbecue Young was probably with us. And we gave it to Grizzly Smith, and anytime you do stuff like that, it's like 50-50 chance. He may have been. They had to drive golf carts from the ring to where they were getting dressed because it was so far. It was out on a soccer field or a football field or whatever, and we were at one end, they were at the other, so they had to take golf carts. And so here comes Cactus for his match, and I do not remember who it was with, but I remember he comes to the ring, and I think I had on an ANTiSEEN shirt, just to say, hey, put these two and two together here. And he looks right at us, and does the bang, 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 bang. So we're thrilled. But it was like a week or two later. This is when Cactus was in WCW, and he was running a stable of sorts. And I was watching WCW on a Saturday morning. And it was going to be Cactus Jack's training session with the Barbarian. Barbarian was in his stable. I think Abdullah was. A couple of other, I can't remember all this stuff. But, I'm sitting there watching, yeah. Well, Cactus is wearing some kind of Western poncho type thing, you know, like you see a bunch of deadheads wear them, you know, kind of like a slip over, and it had a long V-neck, and man, with that V-neck, I could see a green NT little I big S E and a Tour line. Man, I about lost my shit. God damn, he kept the shirt and he wore it on TV. Yeah. And you know, every time, like that time I didn't get to talk to him, but every time I've met Mick Foley ever since then, and this is, we're talking about since '93. He's been the coolest guy in the world, man. He always remembers me. He remembers my name. He knows the band name. He, you know, he told me one time he rides his exercise bike when he listens to Eat More Possum. But I would always give him stuff. You know, if there was something, I'd give you. You know, I give these guys records, knowing, and I didn't think, you know, back then, well, they probably don't even have a record player anymore. You know, and that was something I kind of wanted to get into down the road here about unsolicited giving of your stuff. I learned through time that it wasn't the greatest idea. I don't think it ever gets you anywhere. Like no one ever, you know, takes a CD home, a burnt CD, and puts it on and goes, "This is the most fantastic shit I've ever heard," and keeps it forever. I don't think it happens. But anyway, let's make sure my blanket's there. Okay, so I think I've told you guys this one before, but I went and seen Mick at the Comedy Zone when he was doing his spoken word tours, and because I knew the manager at Comedy Zone, she used to be the manager over at Tremont when it was our club, and so she got me like a stage side seat, me and my wife, and so, you know, I didn't have to get there early. My seat was reserved, and I got in, and we come walking through, you know, and I'm just trying to get to the seat, sit down, and man, then people start, you know, coming up to me, getting their picture taken, and getting me to sign shit, and I'm just like, man, this. I mean, of course, I was thrilled. It was a big compliment. But I was also kind of nervous because I was just like, I was kind of out of my element. But yeah, Mick comes out. He knew I was coming. The girl that was the manager, she told him I was coming, and he was just like, "Oh, great," you know. And he's kind of spent the whole show kind of working me into his stories, you know, and stuff like that. It was really fun. Well, I'd seen him do those a couple times. It was real good. At the end of that night, I said, "Man, you know what? Of all of these years of giving you stuff you can't use," I said, "I finally got something for you that I think you can use." He goes, "Oh, yeah? What's that?" We pulled out one of the ANTiSEEN coffee cups. He's like, "Now that I can use." That was funny. But, yeah, back during Southern Hostility, Eat More Possum, you know, we were writing furiously. Just writing stuff. The ideas were coming like crazy, and we wrote a lot together. Man, Animals, you know, we wrote that in the practice room. All of us just spitting out lines, you know, just writing them down. And I think Cactus was all mine. And then the next wrestling song we did, I believe, would come about 2 years later on Here to Ruin Your Groove, and it was called Funk You, about the great Terry Funk. I don't know, man. If some of you guys, or if some of y'all are those that listen real close to the records, maybe, you know, it's like some of you, a bunch of you younger guys probably didn't grow up listening to the Osmonds, but you older ones did. And I know some of you guys that like all kinds of records, all kinds of music and stuff. I know when you got Dying Breed and you heard us cover Crazy Horses by the Osmonds, you might have gone, that sounds a little bit like Funk You. Well, yeah, Funk You does sound a little bit like Crazy Horses. And I didn't figure we'd ever cover Crazy Horses. So when I went to write Funk You, I gave it a Crazy Horses feel. And it came out as a single, a split with Rancid Vat with their Bruiser Brody song. Talking about these early wrestling songs, Rancid Vat's name is going to come up a whole lot. Because Phil Irwin and I would actually talk about this stuff, you know, like in depth. Other cast of characters you'll hear about. The Widowmaker from Cocknoose. Alan King. Lonsdale. You're gonna hear some of this in these stories. So I think this is going to be a two-parter, though. I don't think I'm going to get them all done today. I'm going to try to keep this. I'm trying to keep these shorter so it don't tie y'all up, and so that my mind don't start just wandering. You know, oh, what am I supposed to be doing at 6:30? You know, that kind of shit. So maybe I stay focused a little better. So Funk You appeared on Here to Ruin Your Groove, which, by the way, will be the next old title to get the new revamped treatment from TKO early next year. Like, that's probably going to be the next thing me and Rainey start working on. So after Funk You, okay. Then you got to go up a little bit to the boys from Brutalsville. Now, see, this part of the history is where I start getting the dates all mixed up, and I can't keep it straight. But we did an album called The Boys from Brutalsville, and I'm thinking this might have been '98. 98 or 99, maybe even 2000. I guess that's not important at this time. But we wrote, there were two wrestling songs on The Boys from Brutalsville. Sabu and Babyface Killer. Both of these were complete Sir Barry Hannibal opuses. I know everyone thinks, oh man, if I played an ANTiSEEN, you know, because I'm so good on guitar or bass, you know, I can play Genesis, you know, I can play any of that crap. They come in and think, I got this lick. Man, nobody gets Sabu the first go around. Until Barry explains how he wrote it. It's an upside down pyramid. You got all these parts that are, you know, like this long, and then they shorten, and then they shorten. And there you have it. It's like, this weird count. Yeah, it's a weird count. And I don't think Barry thought about that when he did it. He may have. I don't know. It kind of seems like the mechanical way he would do it. But he wrote the lyric. He wrote all the lyrics. And Babyface Killer. I always thought that was a really clever song, man. Like, do you mean you are a killer of baby faces? Or that you're a baby face who is a killer? Which is it? Listen to it. I don't know. It's been so long since I listened to it, I don't remember. But I just love that, you know, the part where it's the breakdown. Says something about a heroic heel, hated face, I'm going to make you squeal. Yeah, I guess it's a killer of baby faces is what we're talking about here. I like the song. We have not played it in forever. Might change that. I don't know. since we're going back into lockdown, man, we may do another broadcast in 2001. Let's see some thumbs up or some smiles or hearts if you want more live broadcasts until we can tour again. Nothing? Okay. All right, one heart. All right, there they come. Oh, you know what? I guess we're on a delay. Maybe y'all were doing it and I didn't see it. Okay. All right, well, that seems like a popular idea from the people I have here. Now, if you could answer me down here, what do you think is the right time span? We were thinking, see, we did June, and then we skipped July, August, September, and we did October. 3.5 months. Do you think something every 3.5 months is the way to go? Every month? Every other month? You got to tell me something, because I mean, I can go back and look at your answers later. Let's get back to the wrestling song. I mean, go ahead and tell us what you guys think and say. It gets brought up a lot in the board meetings. So, and you know what we'll try to do? Every show we'll try to do something completely different. Like, I think there's a big difference between June's show and October's show. Don't y'all? Yeah, I do. Don't matter. I already said I did. But, okay. So there we got Cactus Jack, Funk You, Babyface Killer. In a span of 3 years there. So then, I guess, what would have been next? Next would have been Dear Abby. A song about Abdullah the Butcher. The one thing about most of the wrestling songs, most of them, Babyface Killer didn't get this treatment. But I think every wrestling song we ever did, there was also a 7-inch of it. So we did a 7-inch of Dear Abby, a studio version of Dear Abby, backed with some live versions of Sabu and Funk You. We might start doing stuff like that again. Man, I'm telling you, with this lineup of the band, there's nothing we can't do. Anytime we think of something, bam, it goes down into the idea book, you know. Well, let's see. Okay, I've already been on here almost 30 minutes, so okay, I'll talk about Dear Abby. Now, that one was a complete Doug Knight, and that was on Battle Wheel Ambassadors. There's 2 on Battle Wheel Ambassadors. Parts unknown. Now, I don't know. I cannot remember if Parts Unknown was Barry or Doug. I'm pretty sure it was Doug. But yeah, Doug did the music and the words for them. Joe and I didn't really have a lot of input on Bad Will Ambassadors. We were thinking, we got these guys that, you know, like to write songs and do songs and stuff. So we'll just sit back and not do anything. It wasn't like, I mean, we saw it as a relief. And I've been that way for quite some time now. I guess I wrote a couple on the newer records. I don't know. I'd have to get them out and look at them. Tell you what part I had with the creation of them. But I'm getting very inspired to write tunes again and write lyrics again. You know why we don't really do political songs? Because, like, you know, groups like LA's Wasted Youth, their first record, Reagan's In. Well, when Reagan's out, that record just becomes completely obsolete. I've known plenty of bands that there'll be some kind of thing going on in politics at that time, and they make it, you know, that's their record cover, that's their big song, or what, and then, you know, what are we going to do? A song called Romney Roulette, and, you know, like 5 years from now, no one's going to know who Mitt Romney is. I don't even know who he is now. So, yeah. We don't like to do that kind of stuff. We like to do stuff that'll always have some kind of meaning to somebody. We don't like to date our records with our lyrics. Yeah, Jason, Reagan Youth. Yeah, okay. Reagan Youth is a good name to use when you're, you know, 58 years old and jumping around, and Reagan's been dead for a decade. And, let's see. Yeah, Dave Prino knows what I'm talking about. But, so yeah, we did, Parts Unknown. It was a tribute to the Masked Wrestler, and you know, there's so many we liked, you know, especially at that time. You know, we liked, like I liked a lot of Japanese guys like Jushin Liger and stuff like that. We also liked some of the Mexican guys, you know, Psychosis, and you know, this is when Rey Mysterio Jr. we first started seeing him, because he'd come to ECW. But so that's what that song was about. It mentions some of the wrestlers, and in it we talk about a wrestler named Chongo Loco, the buddy of ours from out in California. He was a luchador named Chongo Loco, and he had he gave me a couple shirts and stuff. He told me a long time ago, I got you a Chongo Loco mask, Clayton. When I see you, I'm going to give it to you, you know, but that was 30 years ago, yeah. But he is in that TV show. It's the spinoff of Sons of Anarchy, about the Mexican motorcycle gangs. I'm having a brain fart. I'm trying to figure that one out right quick. But if one of y'all come up with it, I'll say it. But he's in the cast of that TV show. But yeah, and you know, we had the part where we do the little in that song, and we had Doug Knipe's wife at the time, Kelly. She's the one that did the vocals. Knocked it out first time, you know. The Mayans, right? Thank you, Mark. The Mayans TV show. But Jason, yeah, you came up too, Mayans. But yeah, so I guess I will stop there at Boys from Brutalsville, and we go further on, and we start you start talking about the New Blood then, and that's when we get started going wrestling song crazy then. Exploding Barbed Wire Death Match, The Mysterious Green Mist, which to this day is one of my favorites. I really love that song. I don't know if we played that one in Japan. I know we played Exploding Barbed Wire Death Match. I mean, you're in Japan. It was 2 years ago tomorrow. We're playing a wrestling show, a death match wrestling show. We're in Japan. I turned 55 that day. We don't, and you go over there and don't play Exploding Barbed Wire Death Match? That's stupid! You don't do that. You have to play it. We did. But you know what? I don't think it made it to the Live in Japan record. That record was a combination of 3 shows, and that third show, I think the sound quality was so bad on the recording, and plus, man, we were so unconcerned with playing the right notes. We were more concerned with creating chaos and a spectacle, which is what we did, and so we couldn't use it. All we used from that third show was the track when we walked off the stage, and the crowd was telling us, "Please don't go, please don't go, please don't go." So yeah, 2 years ago tomorrow. But yeah, we'll go into it. We'll go into it pretty deep next week when I get into the later wrestling songs. One thing I will bring up, though, I know some of you are probably saying, you guys are from Charlotte and you love wrestling. All of your favorite wrestler is more than likely Ric Flair. It is. It is. But we never wrote a Ric Flair song. Why? You know, I'm asking y'all, why? Why do we not? I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm thinking that my mindset was, could we, if we did it, gotta get some tea there. But if we did it, it couldn't be just good. And it couldn't be aight. It had to be phenomenal. And I don't think we ever got there, if we even tried. And it was too obvious. It was very obvious, being from Charlotte. But now, we don't really care if it's too obvious. But Rancid Vat, here we go again, talking about Rancid Vat. They did a song called Nature Boy. And I think they did a damn good job. So, yeah, could call it Figure 4 Death. Yeah, there's all kind of ways you could go with this, you know. I think by the time this band hangs it up, there will be a Ric Flair song from ANTiSEEN. Yep. I think there will be. Let's see, Nick Patterson here is like, you can make it about this theme, the Flair Steamboat feud. Man, there's tons of directions this could go. Maybe we should write 10 or 15 Ric Flair songs. Maybe that's what we should have done. Well, we still got a bunch of projects lined up, so there ain't no hanging it up. So, we may have a little while to figure it all out. But, all right, I'll remind you one more time. Friday, I'm going to do my best to make sure I have advertisement and have it on the website ready to pre-order the ANTiSEEN hoodie. 2020 hoodie. Green monster on the back. Old JC cartoon from Donnie Rat from Australia. Right here. Available in sizes small to 3X. Now, if any of you guys out there, if you want something bigger than 3X, now you just get in touch with old JC, direct message. Don't send me a message on ANTiSEEN. I still have not figured out how to get into ANTiSEEN's messages since they've changed everything. Write me on my page. I see the what's it fucking called? Messenger. I see that every day. Brad wants to know if it's a pullover or a zip. We're doing a zipper this time, son. Well, zipper. No, I might wear one of these. I got like 15 Zach Hembray hoodies, and I like sweatshirts, so I don't think people like sweatshirts too much. I like to get sweatshirts. I might get Greg to make me a green a green monster sweatshirt. Oh yeah. And yeah. I guess it's about time to wrap it up. So I hope I told you a little bit about those songs that you didn't know. I mean, it ain't a whole lot. I mean, we basically just say, man, we need a song about her. We should have wrote one about Kevin Sullivan. Tunnel Rats did. Theirs was good. It was good. God, who else? Man, a lot of the COS bands wrote wrestling songs. One of my favorites was Lime Cells, The Lariat, about Stan Hansen. Hell, I heard that. I was like, well, fuck it. We're out of the damn Stan Hansen running. So, you couldn't have done one better than that, I don't think. But, yeah. So listen now, I know there's a couple of you going to go, hey, I went to the site, didn't see no hoodie. It ain't on there. It'll be there, hopefully, Friday. So, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you too. The week after Thanksgiving. Now, when I'm talking about the hoodies, that pre-sale is going to start Friday and go till December 13th. But the week after Thanksgiving, I think I will have in my possession the split single between Us and Before I Hang. Yeah, William Troy says we need one about Vince Russo. Well, that'll be short. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. Go ahead, do what you do. But don't be too alarmed when you find out you gotta break on through.